Hello, everybody. My name is Henry Walker, and I pretty much am making this video in response to this atheist lady. I can't think of her name now, so please forgive me for that, ma'am. I didn't mean to forget your name, but anyway, I don't have much time here. I think I have a limit of 10 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and get started on a few things. I noticed in some of your videos, this one in particular, you made a big effort to discredit God's existence. So we're going to deal with that. I believe that the reason that you are in this position that you are in for is, discrediting God's existence is because you don't really know who He is and what He is. So let's define what He is. A few attributes and things that are mentioned about God in our text in the Bible. It said that He is omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient. I'm sorry, and eternal. These are things about God. Well, scientifically, let's go ahead and jump in your world because I love science, and this is the only way that I'm going to be able to convey this to you properly and get you to understand. Eternal, something that is eternal, has always existed. Okay, that's number one. It's eternal, and if it has always existed, then it's been here before everything. Okay, and if it's been here before everything, it must be the creator of everything. Okay, uh, so let's go ahead and get that understanding about the eternal part. Okay, omniscient just simply means all-knowing. Okay, nothing big right there. All-knowing. Omnipresent, meaning being everywhere at the same time. Okay, just completely being everywhere at the same time. So uh, that indeed is pretty big. Now this is my favorite. Omnipotent, omnipotent. That is this is my favorite because what it simply means is that God is unexhaustible and full of potential energy. That's the word I'm trying to get to, energy, because that is exactly what God is. He is pure energy. Um, and just kind of briefly, I'm going to go ahead and get into this energy. If you go to Genesis, the second chapter, we see that God is deciding to create man in His image and in His likeness, stating that He would like for man to bring His kingdom to earth and rule the earth like He reigns. So we have man made of the dust of the earth, humus, and man, which is where we get human, word human, and he's dormant. But in verse 7 of chapter 2 in Genesis, it says that God breathed the breath of life into him and he became a living soul. In other words, he had the ability to do things. He received energy. And simply energy is the ability to work. Okay? It's the ability to produce work. All right, so we have established that God is the existence of pure energy. And I'll do another video that kind of pretty much goes in detail with that. But the thing I like about that is, even if, I noticed you mentioned something remotely close to the Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory states that over the Earth has existed for more than 20 billion years, and energy, combustion of energy causes the universe. Well, okay, I can buy that for a buck because even in that, you're giving God the credit and God the glory because that's exactly what He is. He's pure energy. And moving on. Um, Not knowing why we're here. You said we may never know, and you said that's perfect. That's okay. You said that's a few cuss words, and that's okay. Um, no, that's not okay. That's the worst thing that could be. I heard one preacher said that the biggest tragedy is not death; it's life without a purpose and not knowing why you're here. But and while I'm on purpose, I noticed in a few of your videos you mentioned that statistically or scientifically, it is proven that prayer does not work and doesn't get results. And I'm going to probably halfway agree to that. And the reason being is because a lot of Christians have misunderstood what prayer is for. Just as probably as well as you have no idea what it's for. But prayer is simply for this. We have a model for prayer. It says, "Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come." That's pretty much all we need right there. Because prayer is simply to bring God's kingdom to earth so that we can reign and rule the earth like He gave us the command to. So when we pray, God, I have a headache. Can you remove the headache because my head is hurting? No, that's no good. It's more like, God, I have a headache, and I need you to remove this headache because I have kingdom work to do for you. That's more of the model. And I'm kind of rushing here. Let's see some other things. You mentioned Old Testament genocide. That is interesting because that's never mentioned in the Old Testament that genocide is okay. If you refer to Sodom and Gomorrah when it comes to homosexuality, that's the only thing that people remember about Sodom and Gomorrah, and that's what's remembered traditionally. But Sodom and Gomorrah was a place that was completely evil and corrupt. Okay, and it was a model to show how in the end time things were going to take place. It's a model of what we would know to be as hell, the second death, where there's nothing but evil left on the earth, and God is going to completely burn it up because He uses fire to purify things. Okay, that's all that is. There's no genocide. There's no evil God. There's no. That's none of that. That's monkey mud. Okay, and furthermore, to go right there, you said that there's pretty much nothing loving about God in the Old Testament, and it was just all evil and killing. But I just want to show you something. Uh, the law first mention states that the first time that a word is used in the Bible defines what that word is. And love is actually used in the context and first used with Abraham and his son. It says, God gave Abraham a command, said, take your only son, which Isaac, whom I love, and offer him as a sacrifice. Okay, and this is the model. Abraham being the father, taking his son to offer him for a sacrifice, which later on became Jesus Christ for us. It was prophecy, but it was God showing His ultimate love at that point. Okay, so there is love in the Old Testament, and there's plenty of love throughout the Old Testament. And I would love to take you through it, but I really don't have the time here. YouTube only gives us 10 minutes. But I would like to say to you, it's quite upsetting for you to be such an intelligent lady as you are. Um, I mean, your words, your vocabulary is outstanding. You really have a way with words. Um, but you know, that intelligence is what I like to call willingly ignorance. Uh, and as a matter of fact, Peter used that term, and he was talking to people who were just like yourself, who had a particular Babylonian spirit, and the reference to that is Isaiah 42nd chapter. Um, no, 14th chapter, sorry. And what it is your intelligence overtakes you. You can get too smart, and it's like, well, there's no God, and I don't need one. Okay, just like Lucifer, not Satan, Lucifer. You know, ridding out God is only going to get you into the same result that it has always gotten people. Lucifer and all the other Babylonian kings, or how art thou cut down to the ground. So, um, I would, like to encourage you to seek the truth about the things that you speak of, because it appears to me that you do believe in God, whether you want to give that credit or not, but deep down inside with the way that you say things and the things that you say that there is an existing God. So my time is pretty much expiring here. If there's any questions, comment on the video, email me, any of that good stuff, and I'll be looking forward to it so we can kind of get this thing straight. Until next time, God to keep you and God bless you.